What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, Chief?
What's up? What's up, people? Another Sunday. Uh, another. What is it they call this? Palm Sunday at that. What's up, people? On this Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
nice day today here in Columbus, Ohio. Don't know where you've been, where you're at, how it is, where you're at. It was pretty cool out. I mean, it was. It's not. It could be a little warmer, but we've been just having this crazy ass up and down weather mess. So how's it
Right.
been, man? How's your week been?
Run of the mill busy, but manageable.
Yeah,
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 it'd be like that, but
yeah. It be
it's
like
all
that.
good.
Um, yeah, it be like you said. It be like that. Um, Crazy to talk to a buddy of mine that's in Florida. His birthday was yesterday. He's gonna be here sometime next month. But other than that, hey, it is what it is. Now tonight's show, we
Sure.
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, yes, sir.
Okay. You hear a lot of people, you see a lot of people online talking about getting traffic to their website, to their funnels. And, there's one of the things you got to understand there's traffic that you control, some traffic that you don't control, and some traffic that you don't even own. A lot of people think they own their traffic.
Right.
It's not. It's not. When we talk about traffic, we're talking about people seeing your. It's just a term used. People seeing your getting into your, like you said, your funnel, your blog post, or whatever you're trying to promote at the time. You got to have people eyeballs on that spot so people get your message and stuff. In
Right.
fact, I wrote a blog on this week. For some reason, didn't go out on my autoresponder. I don't know why. So, though, for those of you who are on my list, and didn't get it, it's because there was a malfunction there. I don't know what happened. It was automatically set. Who knows? If you're on my list, you'll get it next week. Okay. So traffic. What is it? All that is people getting eyeballs on your whatever. It's like we got eyeballs on this show every week. We may not have people automatically engaging with it, but we got eyeballs on it. Look like we got a comment already. I don't know what happened. It was automatic. Let me see. Somebody says greetings. Well, greetings to you too, whoever that is. I know. Not sure who it is, but that's all right.
Yeah, that
Um.
that looked like Chris.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was reading this book called The Iceberg Effect. That's kind of where I wrote some of my blog on this thing, and it talks about um. It's called The Untold Secret of Affiliate Marketing Success, and I just did part of it on how to what to understand about the traffic that on that you get on your blogs or whatever. Um, One of the things we've been always stressing is the audience that you have, or we think we have, or whatever. On Facebook is something that we don't control really. The only audience that we control is the one that we got on our list. We building your list is more important. It's probably the biggest asset you're gonna have when you're doing this online marketing. I don't care if it's network marketing. Because network marketing, they always talking about build your list, but they're talking about building your list is is basically from a cold prospecting thing, and they have no clue if those
Hmm.
people want to hear your story or not. We're talking about people that we offer something of value, and they exchange that value with a uh, email or information. That part of that list is something that you really own. I'm kind of going backwards because since I went into that, that list is something that you don't own because you paid the price to market in the platforms to bring value, and those people develop a rapport with you. So you pay the price so you can automatically market a lot of things to that list. Um, because they know you. I'm not using the term trust like. I hate that term. There's a lot of terms I don't use. Hear me use in this space because it's this. I just don't. I kind of don't believe in the terms like that from that standpoint. I've already talked about why I don't, and I'm not gonna go over that tonight. One also clarify we won't be live next week because it's Easter. I'll rerun. I don't know which show I'm gonna rerun. It'll be a rerun. It's not gonna be a live show. Put it that way. No live Sunset Sunday next week. But God, we're running straight through this month fast.
Yes, indeed.
It's the first month of the second quarter. We're in the second quarter of 2022, people. So understand that. Traffic, as we was talking about traffic that you own. One of the things you got to understand, the traffic that you own. This is the holy grail of traffic, and is what all forms of traffic should guide toward. Taking ownership of it. To own traffic means you have already paid the cost of it and no longer have to do so. You communicate with that traffic, give advice to that traffic, share value with that traffic, make your offers with that traffic. In other words, you have a rapport with that traffic, which you can sell upcoming events, product services that they may not get on social media per se, where everybody can see. And that's one of my reasons for having a list to build it is to build exclusivity. What I mean that those who choose to be on my list get exclusive information that I won't share on social media. That's the whole purpose of the list, from my standpoint. Well, I mean, what's your purpose for your list, Kent?
Oh, just I couldn't have said it any better. Exclusivity. Yeah, like you put out a blog for certain information for a general audience, but you also put out a blog for those specifically on on your list. I don't have a blog, but I do send out emails that about specific offers or quote unquote campaigns that are going on, and that is for people who are on my list. That's something that you don't necessarily want to put out on social media.
Right.
So you can control that particular narrative in that particular aspect.
And this is not something new that's been going on. This has been going on since people knowing how to communicate. I mean, you think back, people, you know, you subscribe to newsletters all the time, like Jet Magazine or Inside, whatever, People Magazine, um, Style, Karate Illustrated, Inside Kung Fu, whatever. You get on a list of a newsletter, and being on that list gives you information that is not necessarily share it to the public. That's the whole purpose of the list. Not to share it to everybody. Everybody ain't gonna be interested in it. It's just like anything about sales. Everybody's not gonna be interested in your product or services. This is why you build a list off social media. Another reason why you build a list off of social media is because, like I said, last year, Facebook went down for 5 or 6 hours. Now, if you already have a list built up, it doesn't matter how big your list is. It could be 20 people, it could be 10. See, don't get caught up in the 100,000 people on the list like you see these gurus talk this shit about. Don't get caught up in that, okay? Don't get caught up in that. As long as you got a list of people that you can sell, that you got to report to, that's all that counts. See, too many of us in this space, and too many of you these gurus sell you on the notion that you got to have 3,000, all these other people. Some people ain't gonna work with you no way. You want an exclusive group of people that you have a rapport with, that you can offer information, and that's all that counts. Those are the kind of people that you have that relationship with. Everybody, just because you got 50,000 people on your social media page that like you, don't mean shit. I have a page called No Chase on Facebook. 4 people like the page. That page is basically a private page, and you have to be asked to be on it. I don't just let people on that page because it's for entrepreneurs. It's for specific entrepreneurs who want to leverage the internet. I'm not looking for the old school network prospecting type of people. I'm not trying to cater to them. The only way I cater to them if they want to get all away from that type of doing. Other than I'm not catering to them at all. Okay, I'm just been letting it be known. I'm catering to business people that want to learn how to use the internet, use social media in a proper way. That way you can get on my list to learn to do that. The information that I share with that page, it has over 800 people follow, but that's not on Facebook. That's on Instagram. There's another way you can connect on Instagram without being always on Instagram, but that's in your settings on your Facebook page. I've learned to do that. So, I see people always talking about, I got to build my Instagram page. I got to do this. People, build up a following or something. Stop trying to be on every platform on earth. Every platform on earth is not ideal. I don't give a damn what everybody else says. I hear people talk about TikTok. TikTok is all right, but I'm not a big fan of TikTok. And every time somebody talking about, you got to be on TikTok.
I have to admit, I'm not either, Greg.
I'm not. No, I don't have to be on TikTok. Because when you start saying you got to be on, that's when everybody gets on there and the platforms get saturated. Look what happened. What was that other platform that was out last year around this time called
Snapchat?
Not Snapchat. It didn't. No, there was
well, Snapchat. What was that? Oh,
there was another one they was using. It was like a
man.
And it's gone. You don't hear nobody talk about it. Not Snapchat. This was after Snapchat. Oh, I can't think of it.
I can't think of it. I can't even think of it.
But social platforms come and go. And the biggest way to actually have your audience to engage with is, like I said, you gotta build your list, people. We use a platform for autoresponders. It's kind of the premier one. Put that on here this time. Better be on here if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, okay. Here. We use this one, Aweber. Aweber is one that kind of the premier autoresponder. If you want to know more about it and get involved with that, you can get a 50% commission by joining Aweber and joining their referral program. Just click on this link and you can get on there, get the autoresponder. You can just a free one. You get a free one that gives you up to 500 people on it. Up until 500, then you have to pay for it. But the pay version is only 19 or 20 bucks a month, and it gives you some stuff that you don't have with the free one. So if I was you, I would suggest getting the free or getting the pay one. Click on there and check out why the top marketers use Aweber. That's a link that you can check out right there. So me and Kent use that autoresponder there. So it's about the ownership of your list. The true ownership of your list is actually printing off a hard copy database of your list so you can keep, because even these third party platforms like Aweber, we just rent those too. Your true ownership is going to come from you having a hard copy, and whatever happens to anything, you can always transfer that information to any autoresponder platform that is about. Things go out of business. Things happen. Some, you just don't know. The traffic that you don't really control, that type of traffic is a result of organic efforts made by you or others. There's no way to predict how much traffic will show up or when it will show up. That's like we're talking about blogs, or you using search engine optimization, or I say social media. You don't control anything on social media. You don't own social media. You don't own the platforms. You don't own shit. I hear people talking my page. Ain't your page. Facebook ain't your page. Facebook lets you use that page on the graces of their grace, whatever. Okay. What is search engine optimization, SEO? You heard people talk about SEO. SEO lets you optimize your content where people can find you. Now, that's the only control you're going to have, but you don't have a say-so when those people going to come to that content or whatever. You don't have a say-so. You just don't. You just don't have a say-so in it. Blogging is another platform that takes a while to develop. Like I said, you don't know when people going to come to your blog. I got a few people subscribed to my blog now. A few. Okay, every time my blog goes out, they get an alert. So that's another audience. See, a lot of people get caught up in the audience of one platform. What people say, well, I got 50,000, 500,000 people on Facebook. Okay. So look at all the social platforms that you are on. That's your audience, people. Not just one platform. Every last platform that you are is your audience. If you're just counting on one platform, or if you're on just one platform, I can see. Thank you. But look at the total of the audience that you have. That's who you're marketing to. Okay, that's who you want. And blogging is another way of audience that you will have. Like I said, I have few people subscribe to my blog. So that's another audience that a lot of people don't even know I have. So y'all, a lot of people will look at my social platform, like Facebook or whatever. He don't have that many people following him. I don't want to. I don't need everybody following me on Facebook. I need a specific group of people to work with. That's like if you're building a network marketing company, the network marketing companies only require a certain specific type of people to reach different levels of those platforms. Okay, you don't need 100,000 people to make it rich on any network market. I don't give a shit what they tell you. Okay, it's not about that. You need to understand that your Facebook or your platforms are based off of quality people, okay? Based off the quality people you got. Let's don't get caught up in the numbers. People get so caught up on these numbers and all those numbers, all this, how many this. I don't know what and that's not important. It's not important. I don't care what nobody tells you. There's a lot of people gonna tell you that those numbers are so important. They're not. Okay, they're not. I don't care what guru, what person that make all this money. Those numbers, those many numbers, are not that important. It's the quality of those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Always gonna be the quality. I don't care what. I don't care if he's making $50,000 a month. People will tell you certain things to sell courses, products, and services to make you feel like you have to be this way. They do. There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of lack of integrity in business all around. I don't care. Don't matter. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, including this one too. They do this because they're trying to make numbers up, or the affiliate companies that they're on. They're trying to get into this level, win this trip. Look, make my attitude. Just pay me. Let me take the trip I want to take, how I want to take, whatever. I just want to make the money. I can decide which one I want to go on. You know, I don't give a fuck about your reward. It may be free, but they're not. Sometimes they're geared towards what they want to give you to do, or where they want you to go. Everything free ain't always free, people. Okay, let's get that straight. Everybody gets caught up in well, I want a trip. Okay, so what? Good. I just say pay me. Give a fuck about all them trips and shit. So it's all about integrity. It's all about quality, folks. Let's don't get caught up in the dogma of a lot of shit that we really don't need. But that's the way they want you to think. Okay? The traffic you control. The traffic you control means you are able to direct it where you want to go. Any form of paid advertising gives you ability to direct traffic to a website, link to a chosen whatever. Do not do your own type of traffic. The platforms you are advertising to, however, pay them some money to take control of the flow of some visitors. Now, that's true. There's other forms too that you control: pay-per-click advertising and banner advertising. These all take money. Now, paid advertising ain't nothing different. Been around since time immemorial also. Even before the internet, there were people in network marketing we personally know. They were doing paid advertising often through magazine or radio or some TV. But it's a lot of money, especially back then. It was a whole lot of money to pay for it. A lot of people didn't have that money coming out right out. This is why some of those people were moving their business forward, because they were out. They weren't teaching this because they knew most of the people that are coming into this business didn't have the funds to pay for that type of money. So this is where the prospecting deal came from. They're chasing people all over the place. They talked to everybody. They had a pulse. That's where all that came from. Okay? When the internet hit, the need for that wasn't there because you had different mediums to connect with people. Especially when then social media built upon that, you had ways of connecting more with people in community. Now with video on top of social media and the internet, even more so. So you don't necessarily have to. I mean, you can. It's nothing wrong with learning the paid ad, but you gotta know what you're doing with paid ads, even to control, because you can lose control of that and lose money. It still can be an expensive deal if you don't know what you're doing. Not as expensive as it was in the days before social media and the internet, because I try to tell people, let's take things in perspective. Like I said, why they had prospecting was because they had nothing else. There was nothing else to do to get connected with people but to chase people. Now there's really no need in doing it because you got leverage. Leverage is the key thing to anything online. This video that you will see now, I can rerun this video next week. Since we're not going to be live, I can rerun this thing next week and pick up a new group of audience that I might not pick up tonight. That's the power of the internet and leverage. You didn't have that back in the 70s, 80s, part of the 90s. Out of the 90s, you didn't have it. Early 2000s, you didn't have it.
Right.
This is the prop. This is the thing really that's available right now. And, you know, people talking about, you know, their side hustle. See, I don't use terms like that either. Side hustle to me requires a lot of work, a lot of going out doing this, a lot of going out doing that. I don't want to do that. Okay, in some instances, I might be a little lazy when it comes to stuff. I don't like chasing people about nothing. Never did. Never was that type of person. Okay? I will help you. I will direct you to certain things, but I'll be damned if I'm going to chase you about anything. I'm not doing it. We got another comment up here. Greg, keep the good words flowing. Ah, okay, will do. Will do. See, the leverage, this is why I hear people always say, oh, I can't start a business because I don't have time. That's bullshit. Everybody got time for what is important to them. If you got one of these, you got time. If you're sitting in front of a laptop, you got time. All it is marketing a message to a group of people that might want to hear it. But you got to do the work. You got to do some work, but the work is not the work that you would do when being camp was coming up. We hit the pavement. Had to be out here doing this and that. Y'all got it easy. If I had all this type of technology that we got today, I've been totally further on than what I am now.
Indeed.
Understand the leverage that you got out here, the tools and services that we can expose you to, the information. That's what all this whole platform is about, exposure. Every week, me and Kit come here to expose you to different types of marketing, different types of ways to make money, different tools and services we can direct you to. Well, I'm not doing this to waste my time. I can be doing something else. I can be sitting down there watching my show Power Force right now, which I could catch the rerun, but that's beside the point. Okay, and it's getting lighter every day that we're going in. We're going into the summer months, and I don't want to really be stuck in that house doing a lot of things. There's going to be times we're going to take some more time off, probably during the summer. We're not going to run like we did the first few years.
Right.
Because, sometimes we need to recharge. We need to be doing something. We need to want to spend time with family, friends, or whatever, too, just like anybody else. But when you have platforms like what I'm using for video that allow me to keep engaged with my audience by rerunning a show like this, I can do something. That doesn't lose my engagement, regardless. That actually helps us get more, may connect to another audience that may not alive. And that's what happens. That's the beauty you have. You don't have to bust your ass like we did, people. We got so many tools and services that we can connect you to. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. And it's funny that people don't take advantage of this. People talking about, well, I hate my job. Well, do something about it. Quit talking about you hate something if you ain't going to do nothing about it. I hate my boss. I told you why I don't work in the corporate America no more. I told you what my attitude is. I've posted some videos on my attitude, what I would do. Say, I ain't no shame in my game about it. I've been through a lot of stuff. I relate to the situation that happened in Hollywood in some way. Okay, and that's another hot mess. That's really getting really crazy now. Stuff that I see coming out. Yeah, I worked in that industry. I know the deal. I know the bullshit that goes on there. But you know, y'all see, they want you to see what they want. You see what they want you to see. The media is a problem also.
Yep.
Media is a big problem. I'm just saying this once. There's on Instagram, there's a white guy that showed that actually Will Smith went up to Chris Rock and apologized to him. Okay? Nobody, not social media. Well, yeah, that's social media. Nobody in the mainstream media is talking about that. Nobody. Not ET, not Inside Edition. Nobody.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that video, and of course, there's some folks that say, "Well, that wasn't Chris Rock," you know, so forth and so on. I mean, I, unless you can prove to me that it was not Chris Rock Will was talking to on that video, I'll be hard pressed not to believe it. You know.
Who somebody said it wasn't Chris Rock?
So, well, you know when you post a video, there's about 4 or 5. Oh, that wasn't Chris Rock. Oh, that wasn't Chris Rock, and I'm like,
okay, we can say the same thing. We can say the same thing.
Prove it's not
getting hit.
Right. Right. Prove it's not. I was saying, well, prove that it isn't. If you can prove that isn't Chris Rock, then tell me, because hey, that it looked like him to me. Now, obviously, we didn't see his face, but who else was it going to be? He had already talked to Denzel, so you know.
But you know, the media, their whole purpose, I don't care who it is, they like to sensationalize everything that goes on in Hollywood. Is so fake and unreal. Like I always tell people, there's no need in living in. Most of your stars don't live in Hollywood. No way.
No.
Will Smith lives in Calabasas, which is way in the valley, probably 30, 40 miles outside of LA. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's
I think that's near Simi Valley, isn't it?
I think it's a little past Simi Valley. It's going toward a high def. Okay.
Okay.
Nobody wants to live in LA. LA ain't shit. Okay. That's why they call it Los Angeles. Okay. It ain't called Los Angeles. It's called Lost Angels for a reason. But people in this country, and somebody else made this comment, said you know, when we talk about important events to train people on how to make better lives, people are not responsive to this. We are so trained to get up and go to work and get up by a alarm clock and sit there and still complain about it. And then when somebody introducing them to something, everybody wants to, oh, that ain't real. You can't do that. But yet you think the only way to do this is to go get it. You got to get up and go somewhere to make money. They got you guys. Boy, they got a lot of y'all. They got y'all so wrapped up in that, and it's based so much on fear more than it is on anything else, that y'all so wrapped up in fear, y'all afraid that you're afraid of your own shadow, a lot of y'all. It doesn't make any sense. Well, it makes some sense. It's like this old video I put on today, George Carlin talking about they don't want you to have shit. They done bought off the politicians. They done bought off Congress. They bought off everything. A lot of y'all are still slaves. Slavery has not ended. Lincoln didn't end slavery because right now a lot of y'all are still slaves mentally, financially, physically, and spiritually. You're slaves. Downright. You're afraid to speak up. It's just like I was watching MSNBC today. I did a video earlier on this. The biggest misconception, and they're guilty of this. This is the biggest misconception the black community has put upon their kids. And I wish parents would shut the hell up and not say this. They're always talking about you got to be 3 times better than this group of people, black folks. Bullshit. You're already there. You don't have to be 3 times, 4 times. If you people say things like that because they don't know who they are, they don't know their history. You're already. I don't have to prove nothing to no white man, to no man. I already know who I am. I know my history. I ain't got to prove that I got to be. Fuck your sister. I don't have to be 3 or 4 times better than nobody. I'm already there. That's been proven. Until you start recognizing this, stop kowtowing, stop being gracious to people that don't give a fuck about you. At the end of the day, none of this shit matters. You know, they're talking about the Supreme Court justice that's got confirmed in, how she had to, you know, I'm not gracious person, people. Y'all know that about me. You come with me some bullshit, I'm getting in your ass. I don't want nothing off this earth that bad to play that game. Nothing. There ain't a goddamn thing y'all can give me. But if I gotta take what I gotta get, I'll do it. If that's threatening, good. Okay? I really don't care. See, don't bring nothing, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I say. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. If you know how much grace, how much see that's been indoctrinated to the black community
Oh yeah.
Through Christianity.
Oh,
Christianity teaching you turn the other cheek. You got 2 cheeks. You slap you only gonna get 1 time to slap me. That other time I'm gonna take your head. You're not gonna slap me twice. I'm not that type of person. Whoever told you all that shit, that's another way of controlling. The same people who tell you that shit are not doing none of that. They ain't doing none of that. I don't give a fuck what kind of money you got or what you think you control. I don't. I said that earlier in the video. I'm saying it now. I'm not in there. It's like we're talking about traffic you control. We control a certain amount of things. Other than that, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come a time you're gonna have to stand up. See, the reason why they do the things they do to you because you won't stand up. If they're fearing you for any other reason, it's because they know they've been doing dirt. People don't fear somebody off of just fearing them. They fear because they've been doing dirt all their life. They're intimidated all their life because they've been doing dirt and fucking with people all their life. So they got to find a way to do whatever they got to do to control you, to make you feel like you can't do this, or I'm going to take this. Hey, take this. You know, Bushido talks in terms of honor and fighting. If you're in a fight or duel, if you cut, it's like if you swing at me and hit me in my jaw, I'm going to break your ribs. Okay? If you cut me, I'm going to take a leg or an arm. If you stab me somewhere else, I'm gonna take your life. That's Bushido. We come if we understand that we come from warrior classes, then we need to embrace that. Okay, we need to stop with all this other gracious bullshit. You only be gracious when it's needed. When it's not presented to you, and people come to you in a disrespectful way or notion, there ain't no need in being nice about it to them. You let
There
them
it
know
is.
that they ain't bullshit. Fuck y'all. Asking me stupid questions like that. No, I ain't answering that. Come back with them. Why? Then why did you do this? That's how you come back with that. Okay. Now, I'm not saying I condone people physically hitting on somebody. No. Because like I said this before, I don't let nobody walk up on me. You walk up on me swinging, you going to get fucked up. I'm not going to play with you. See? I'm not going to play with you. It's all. See, I wouldn't have been, I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't have been gracious at the Academy Award. It'd have been on the news. We'd have been tussling. Okay? I'm going to be straight up. I ain't going to give a fuck about no white folks, what they think. They already think that. Fuck them. Not saying all, but whoever thinks that way, fuck them. See, y'all, there's too many y'all too worried about what
Yeah. Oh
people
yeah.
think. Fuck them. Really. Y'all gonna have to learn
Mm-hmm.
to stand up on your 2 feet and don't worry about what these motherfuckers think about you. Who gives a fuck? Really. Y'all too worried about this shit. Y'all too worried about stuff you don't own, like the jobs you don't own. If I was Will Smith, if I could talk to Will Smith, you worth $350 million. Fuck Hollywood. Really. I tell him he needs to divorce. He needs to divorce what's her name? She a hot mess. There's more shit coming out about that red table talk shit than anything else. Even more so about the slap. Because I always said there was some underlining thing. There's always underlining thing, but they don't want to talk about that shit. Because they only want to talk about the surface thing that see we live in a shallow society because we don't want to think, we don't want to look beyond stuff, we only want to look what we see as the truth. But
Right.
you know what? This is
Right.
what's so funny. We don't want to look, we don't want to look beyond stuff, but we showing fuck gonna be up in church next week praising somebody we never seen, that we never heard. Everybody wearing their Easter best, jumping off the pews, hallelujah. We're going to do all that shit next week or whenever. But when it comes to looking deeper into what you need to be looking deeper into, you won't do it. Ain't none of y'all seen no damn Savior. Nobody. Nobody here. But we up the ass with that wholeheartedly. But then when it comes to something else we need to look deeper into, we won't do it. Because we've been trained to think a certain way. We've been trained to act a certain way to keep the owners, the so-called owners, to make them feel comfortable. And try to make them feel comfortable. Fuck. You know? People always trying to kiss up to certain folks that they don't need to kiss up to. They ain't kissing up to nobody. Okay? You take me for who I am with my assets and liabilities or not at all. There ain't no in between. There ain't no gray area. There ain't I'm either here or there. I ain't trying to play that game. In none of that. I won't play that fucked up game in no industry. Okay? Not doing it. It ain't worth it. You either going to be attracted to what I have to say because who I am, from the rawness of who I am, or you're not. If it's threatening to you, that's fine. That's your problem. You're threatened because you got some inadequacies about yourself that you won't address because you gotta feel like you got to be King Vibe. Hey, I've dealt with that shit when I came back from California with some of these cats. I grabbed this dude by his throat, right there. I told him, "You gonna respect me? I'm gonna end you right now. I'm not gonna deal with you. You ain't gonna get in my face talking shit."
Hmm.
You know, had people come on to me when I was in California sexually, males. That's why I told you, the industry ain't shit. It's full of pato maricon, okay? Full of them. If you speak Spanish, you know what I'm talking about. Full of them. Look what's going on in our society now. I mean, every other story in our society, commercial, whatever, is always dealing with this 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 sexual thing. It's like, is anybody straight anymore in this world? It's like 90% of the people on TV that you see storylines, they not. You're like, well, damn. And then every 3 to 1 person or somebody else, they're not straight. I mean, what's going on? It's almost like a
Hmm.
whole floodgate has opened up. You know, if there's something, what was that? Solomon and Gomorrah, and I don't get into all these Bible stories, but if there's any truth in that,
Hmm.
I don't know. Well, I mean, really, what the hell's going on? Don't stop accepting everything that comes. Everything ain't progressive, people. I don't give a shit
Hmm.
who putting it out there. Everything ain't progressive out here. Everything
That's
ain't
right.
good. Okay, y'all gotta understand the dark and the light share the same energy. And they serve the same master. They're both powerful. You just gotta know how to manipulate both of them to your own will. Okay, don't get caught up in saying, "Well, I got to stay in the light." But if you don't understand the dark, you can be manipulated by the dark if you don't
Yep.
understand it. Hey, if you ever watched the movie Star Wars talks exactly what they were talking about.
Hmm.
Anakin Skywalker got manipulated by the dark side because he didn't understand it. He didn't understand it. Powerful. They share the same energy, people. And once you start understanding that, you can make decisions based off of who you are, not what somebody tells you should think about. Because those people who tell you how you're supposed to think, they kind of have that dark energy too, disguised in the light.
Hmm.
Okay, y'all think because y'all go to church every day, that symbol, the Christian cross. Y'all need to do more research. Okay, this Ankh. I've had more white folks ask me about the Ankh that ever had black people ask. More of them understand this. Okay? More white folks. Why is that? Because there's a lot of y'all too caught up and been manipulated by the oppressors, Christian thinking that they used to. We talking about our ancestors. I made a post saying, well, why don't our ancestors come back here and take vengeance? Well, we're talking about our ancestors. You know, you can't keep talking. You can't keep saying being so gracious. That's gonna turn on people. Even a cat ain't gonna let you fuck with them too long. No animal.
Hmm.
That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
I'm waiting for somebody to come up there and tell all them people to kiss their ass And you better confirm them any damn way because your ass is suspect for what you asking. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see it because y'all got to be gracious. I want somebody to come up here, tell the truth, and motherfuckers better put the person in the position just because they deserve it, and because the assholes who talk this shit because they got a problem, we ain't got to submit to their bullshit. We need to stop with that. They do that shit because we play that fucked up game, and they're gonna keep doing it until you start saying, It's not so much about owning nothing. It's about owning you. It's about owning yourself. Strong ties to who you are, not to what they want you to be. Okay? So there are things you can control, and things like we talked about earlier, things you can control in traffic and everything, and those things you can control. We just been told that we can't control it because of some ideology of their system of fear and all that other stuff. Look, people,
Right.
don't matter. You're going to die. Okay? Everybody around here, me, Kent, everybody, you're going to leave this human vessel. Stop. There was a quote Bruce Lee said, the problem with a lot of y'all, you have to learn the art of dying. To learn the art of dying is to liberate yourself from it. See, a lot of y'all talk about you got faith, but you got no faith in yourself. If you're going to have faith in you first, not something else you don't know nothing about or you think you know something about. The faith that you should have first, it should be in self. Damn all the other shit. The faith that you should have should be in self. That's really it. Once you start having the faith in yourself, all the other stuff falls in place. But they teach you how to have faith in other things that got nothing to do with you. You got anything else to talk about, Kent, before I end this?
Oh well, you hit the nail on the head. But just to piggy off the workplace that you had alluded to earlier. You just reminded me and we had touched on this a few episodes of the Sunset Chat months ago, but it just reminded me, of that Dolly Parton song when I was like 13 or 14 when that song came out, and there was a verse in it saying, working, one verse went working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving.
Yeah.
And then another verse was just like, they got you where they want you. It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in their wallet. So
why would you spend 40 years somewhere building up something for somebody else and then let them decide what they want to give you after that, if you even get there? Does that make any kind of sense? You can't even give that time and money if something happened to you, to your kids. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Why do we keep buying into that shit? It doesn't make any damn sense to keep buying into shit and then complain about it every time. We sit up here, there's a lot of y'all right now are stressing because y'all hate your job. Y'all work for the weekend. Who the fuck would just work for the weekend? Working for the weekend all your life for 40 years, that ain't no living. That's not even surviving.
Hmm.
I don't get that. I don't get that. I know it's gonna take so many time for y'all to do this. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm trying to give you something to think about yourself.
Exactly.
Every individual is gonna think about whatever. And something is happening in our sphere of whatever. If we still have a continuation of people quitting their jobs, regardless what they say about the economy,
Hmm.
people are telling corporate America to go fuck themselves. Good, you know. Maybe we're gonna return to the age before the industrial age. It's gonna be called a true self-sufficient digital age or whatever. I don't know. There's gonna be a name for it because pre-pandemic didn't work. That showed it didn't work. And people are acting out right now because they saying people are even stressing about going back to an office now. You know, there was an article on somewhere, CNN or something. People are actually stressing to go back to an office now. People got used to
Hmm.
being at home. They do not want to go back to that
Right.
office. They do not want to play that politic game. They don't want to be up in there talking shit with people they don't know really playing that game. They don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. I don't blame them. I hated the office. I don't need, you know, I've seen people right now, some people are going back to these functions. I don't care if I ever go back to any of those events. I'd rather see them virtual. I don't want to be up that close with nobody.
Hmm.
I don't want to spend 4 or 5 hours, 3 or 4 days up in a arena, rah rah, and all that shit. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be up close with that no more. I did that for a lot of years. I'll be damn if I will ever go back to that shit. I don't give a shit what affiliate marketing company, network marketing company is out there. If I can't be at home and watch it, I ain't going. I don't need you. I don't want to be up in your face like that. I don't want to be sleeping in hotel rooms with people that I don't know. Sharing rooms with people I don't know. Maybe I got to a point. I don't know.
Hmm.
This shit don't do nothing for me. It's all rah rah. I don't get impressed. I'm not impressed by all that. Whoop da da. Tell me what to do, strategies. I'll take what's useful out of it and go about my business. People get mad when you say that. Well, people like to say, well, people who say that are this and that. Well, I'm that person. But I don't learn. Everybody doesn't learn the same way. Everybody don't need to be up in your
Exactly.
with that. That's a package that you sell to people that don't know no better. And that's fine. If they want to buy that, I'm not buying it. Okay? I'm just not buying that package. Now I'll buy a package if I can sit at home and watch it, but I don't want to be up in your face. I don't like people that much to be in all around y'all like that. I just don't. Right?
Right.
Okay, not today anymore. Mm-mm. I think back about a lot of stuff. No, I need to be up there like that.
Hmm.
If I'm gonna be doing something I want, it got nothing to do with business. It got nothing to do with none of that. I don't want to be out talking business around. A lot of y'all get caught up. Y'all talk business all the fucking time when y'all, you know. I see people talking about, wow, I'm watching a motivating. Y'all gotta be that motivated all the time. What should be motivating you is the bullshit you see around you. That's enough motivating to me. I read some things. but question everything. Not question me. Question every damn thing. Everything. That's how you self-educate yourself about things. Now, there are certain tools you need, like any profession, to do things. Don't get me wrong. You need to discern certain things that you need for certain things to get you where you want to go. But to say I got to be up in some arena over a 3-day weekend to hear a bunch of people talk about their shit, fuck y'all. No, I don't care. I really don't. I don't want to be around all them people like that. Half the time the food tastes like shit anyway. Just don't. You know. Okay, I'm gonna end this. Like I said, next week we won't be live. I might rerun this show. I don't know. That may be a thought. If for those who hadn't see this, would you like to see a rerun of this show next week? Because we're not gonna be live. So,
Right.
got any other last thoughts or quibbles?
Hey guys, hey, we hope y'all enjoyed it. We hope you got value from the gems that Greg was dropping tonight. Share this video out, and oh, we keep on we keep on forgetting, if you want to catch any of the previous shows that we've done for the 2022 year. We are on Spotify. What's the hook, Greg? Is it Sunset Sunday?
Yeah. Here.
Yep.
You can go register here at the Bit.ly Sunset Sunday podcast. There is an audio podcast of this show. So if you haven't caught any of these things, here's an audio podcast. It's on Spotify. It's on Amazon. What's the other one? Not AT&T, but Apple. It's on that too. Okay. So
All right.
we are on an audio podcast also, people. So, and if you like I said, you can join, get the tool, the autoresponder through Aweber at this link. We also have a weekly training every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, at this link that we do through a system called My Lead System Pro. A lot of things that we've learned to do through this platform. You got to train people. You can't get around. You got to learn some different things. If you're not willing to learn some different things, you're not gonna move forward. So I'm not saying that don't train, don't get information. That's why we share all this stuff out to you. Okay. Let's see. Where's my? And you can join my newsletter that you will automatically get my blog on Fridays through that link. So this is the information. This whole platform is a base. We share information, share with you information, tools, direct you to where to get certain things. That's all it is. You got value from what we're talking about, what me and Kip been talking about. I've been doing this since 2016. I started it on an iPhone, brought it to this platform, first Zoom and this one. So you don't have to have fancy tools to start some shit, people. Start a whatever. You just gotta have the willing and the gumption to do it. Okay? Like I said, I start on my iPhone. Gotta start somewhere.
And there it is.
Gotta start somewhere. As they say, you gotta crawl before you walk, but you gotta learn to get up off crawling to learn to walk too. Can't keep crawling either. You gotta be willing to walk something. Then you gotta learn to jump. Drop the parachute on something. So like I said, every Y'all, there's a lot of people who are stressed out. Les Brown made this quote: heart attack rate goes up 80%. I'm saying 80%. He said around 30%. I'm saying 80% because of what's going on in society. That's because y'all hate your job. You hate going there. You don't want to go there. Even if you're working from home, you don't want the boss. You don't want the political bullshit. You just don't want. This is why you're stressed out. People are dropping dead at their desk, falling dead, whatever. Don't let that happen to you because they'll have your job in the paper before they put your obituary. People. That's the truth.
There it
That's
is.
all right. That's the truth. And with that being said, this is Greg Smith.
Camp Robertson.
We'll see you live after Easter. What is that? The 24th. Okay?
In 2 weeks.
2
2 weeks, folks.
With that being said, peace, take care, and we're out of here.